Hello, Devin and Taylor. Here's your sewer scope from today's inspection. It's the basement area there. Office area clean outs. Um, PVC all the way through. You've got a really long pipe, which if you're the end house in a cul-de-sac, right, so you're right at the, if you want to call it northern, the top point of the cul-de-sac. Um, it's pretty much a guarantee that you're going to have a long pipe. You've got to get obviously out from underneath your foundation through the front yard, and then generally it's through the cul-de-sac. Um, so, or at least into some point in the cul-de-sac. So this one did not disappoint. The other thing is. Um, Generally, in a cul-de-sac, it's very common that you're going to have a ton of twists and turns, like right here. Lots of movement in the pipe, meaning the camera had to go uh, a dozen different directions, um, finding its way to the city connection. Not a defect, it's just a function of uh, the structure of the pipe and how they had to lay it. Um, Beyond that, you've got a typical bit of coating or buildup, if you want to call it, in the beginning of the pipe, which is normal. And then you'll see as we get further out, it lessens, uh, less grabbing onto the pipe. So that's very normal as well. All of your connections are good. I didn't see any separation. I didn't see any cracks or anything like that. In some of the twists and turns later on, they are somewhat aggressive turns. So there will be some a little bit of water pooling and also some just kind of material pooling at the bottom of those turns. Not uncommon. Eventually, it'll wash out. For the most part, I push through the pipe without running water. You get a little bit better view that way, and it's generally a cleaner way to go. I did turn on some water towards the end of the push. You'll see that coming up. This is a clean out or an access point. Um, Code compliant. The current standard is every 100 feet you have to have a clean out. So that meets that, assuming that you're about 30 plus feet underneath the house, more or less. Again, there's just some goop that got hung up right there. Um, Another turn here. Holding a little water here at the bottom. This is another turn. Again, not uncommon with multiple twists and turns. I'm probably going to pause here for just a second. I'm going to get up and run some water to help me push past this spot. So if the camera's not moving here for a minute or so, don't worry, I haven't lost you. Hang in there. We're almost there. There we go. I'll give it a sec. It'll take a little while for the water to catch up. Again, we're almost 150 feet out, so it would take uh, a little while for that water to get that far down the pipe, but it'll come eventually. Um, Again, with all of those twists and turns, it does become somewhat of a physical exercise to be able to move the cable. It's 3/8 inch cable and a relatively large camera head. So again, it does become a bit of an exercise. That is the city connection, right at about 166 feet, give or take. A good shot, no issues throughout. All in all, everything looks really, really solid. I'm going to keep the camera head rolling on the return trip. Feel free to watch the way back. There's that water that I was talking about. As always, please don't hesitate to reach out to me with questions or if I can be of service.